Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and today I want to talk about the DioField Chronicle. This is a tactical RPG being developed and published by Square Enix in conjunction with the Japanese studio Landcars, who has previously worked on the Shin Megami Tensei series. While the game is releasing September 22nd on, well, pretty much everything, it has a demo that's out now. It was about 3 hours long, and progress does carry over to the full game, so you know I gave it a shot. After playing the demo, I just wanted to talk with you all about my experience with it. So let's break down each of the different elements of the demo, starting with the story. The game takes place on a small island called DioField, hence the name. It's being overrun with war after the peace just kinda suddenly breaks. The characters that you play as at the start of the game are fractured from their previous lives because of the chaos. I'll leave out all the specifics that you get throughout the demo, but for now it seems standard for a fantasy story. Not bad, but nothing standoutish just yet. The character designs aren't too unique, but their voiceover is decent and they have an okay mix of personalities. The artwork for them is also stellar, provided by, and I apologize for my pronunciation, Isamu Kamiko Kuryo, who provided similar art for Final Fantasies 12 and 13. I'm curious to see if the characters or the story get any more unique or standoutish as the game progresses further. The graphics are also stylized towards this, I don't know, like kind of waxy appearance. It leads to them appearing a little bit stiffer during some cutscenes, especially when contrasted against some of the oddly high amount of lighting glare. They just kind of look a little glossy, you know what I mean? Some more intense scenes also have a shaky camera, especially in the early missions, but despite this, I don't think it looks too bad. I'm just letting you know it's not like hyper realistic or anything, and I think some of the direction choices were a bit odd so far. The OST has some fantastic scores so far, no surprises given that the composers apparently worked on the Game of Thrones television series beforehand. Not something I'd really think of for an RPG, but it might make for some pretty epic feeling moments. The gameplay, however, was the big highlight for me. It's like a mix of a real-time strategy game and a tactical RPG. While the battle is taking place, it will perform basic attacks and movement in real time. But anytime you go to issue a command to your party, the game will pause. This gives you plenty of time to properly determine how you want your party members positioned or what actions they are going to use. This can be important because some actions actually have positional bonuses, and of course if you're attacking from behind, a unit will deal bonus damage. It is a really nice mix that allows you to recognize dangerous situations and come up with solutions at a comfortable pace, but it still gives you a bit of pressure to constantly analyze your surroundings. The game does put the use of the active and wait mechanics together quite well in its mission and gameplay design. Enemies perform their actions solely in real time, at least in the demo so far. So if they are preparing an AoE or a really powerful attack, that is when you can enter the wait mode and command your party to counter those attacks. Your actions actually occur in this wait mode without returning to real time also. So as long as you enter the wait mode in time, you'll ensure your actions occur before your opponents. It could be something like stunning a dangerous attack or moving your units out of enemy AoEs on the ground, which they do show you. You can also make use of kiting on one character to keep enemies busy without having to sacrifice giving commands to the rest of the party. I was honestly super impressed with how well it all meshed together. The mission design itself was also decently varied despite being so early in the game. Enemy layout plays a big part in this, but they do a good job of introducing you to the game mechanics in a concise, easy to understand manner. One mission showcases the basic gameplay mechanics, another one interacting with objects, another one boss mechanics, another one escort missions. Not to mention you get bonuses for performing well, so if you don't get these the first time around, once you've learned these things, you can go back and try the old missions again to get rewards you might have missed the first time. You can even speed everything up to get things done faster, great for farming old missions in case you want to farm money or some other type of reward. As for other gameplay and progression elements, there is a lot of standard stuff, things you'd hope to see in a game like this. Your party consists of 4 active characters with 4 more supporting the main cast. At the moment, the supporters simply provide their abilities to whichever party member they are assisting, but it seems, based on some of the wording in the game, that we may gain the ability to actively swap them into combat later. At least that's how I interpreted it. Outside of the missions themselves, you can actually walk around your home base, which actually happens in this third-person camera kind of setting, and in here you can explore for various quests, shops, and progression systems. Now every character has an equipment screen, which also helps determine their combat abilities and their own ability tree. As they level up, you can significantly improve their basic functions and even rank those functions up multiple times. There are also secondary ability trees to enhance all skills within a particular role, and there's teases for things like equipment and summon enhancements and research to unlock later. While it's all standard and somewhat familiar, it's also completely welcome in a game like this. Honestly, while the game's cutscenes seem a bit stiff and the characters are maybe a little too standard amongst fantasy RPGs, the gameplay and the OST have been huge selling points in the demo alone. It helps that I'm not actively displeased with the weaker elements of the demo, but overall it was just a far better experience than I expected when I downloaded it. This definitely went from being a, I'll check it out because, I play Square Enix games kind of deal, to I can't wait to buy this game kind of deal. It's unfortunate that Square Enix has so many games packed into this coming fall. You have Valkyrie Elysium, literally like a week or less later, depending on if you pre-order it. You got Star Ocean 6, Tactics Ogres Reborn, Harvestella, Dragon Quest Treasures, not to mention the slew of other games that are coming out this coming fall and early winter. This game might not catch as many eyes as a result. That kind of sucks. If you are kind of on the fence about it or you're not sure with all the other game releases coming out, my personal recommendation is to at least keep it on your wish list or something like that, because it's been a pretty good experience. Or at the very least, go check out the demo and make that decision for yourself. I think you'll like it if you're into these kind of games. Anyway, that's going to be a wrap for my thoughts on the DioField Chronicle. If you want to see my full playthrough of the demo, be sure to subscribe to the VOD channel where it will be uploaded in the next couple of days. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and I'll be keeping you up to date on this game as well as the slew of other ones that are coming out this fall season from Square Enix as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.